up for disappointment. So I'm definitely not entitled to anything. I have to earn whatever it is that I receive from this group. And all I can tell you is I'm really willing to do whatever it takes. I know that if I put in 100%, I'm going to get back 200%. And I know that this is really a gift. I mean, this is a gift. So I don't like go around expecting things from gifts, you know. And since this gift came to me, I know that, you know, the universe, whatever you want to call it, has big plans for me. So I expect big plans. You know, I hate to use that word expect, really, but I look forward to big things. I look forward to having, you know, I love the exposure. I love to be able to bring a message. You know, I'm a message carrier, and the message that I carry is really my own experience. So I'm not one to try to sell other people's numbers. I haven't really got into that. You know, I have to carry the truth, and whatever the topic is, I'll share on my experience and where I'm at with that topic, and I'll zhuzh it up and make it look real good. I don't
Mahdi, can I jump in there, Mahdi, for just a moment?
Go right ahead, Ron.
Yeah, maybe, you know, I think it's important, maybe just to give an example for all of you to grab deep inside your mind. You know, I think it's important that that we reach some numbers that Mahdi's going to talk about, I'm sure. But I think our landing pages, you know, other than our Empower Network landing pages, I mean, we have a hard time with that on Facebook. So making landing pages with our own URL, I think is going to be great. I think having a list of emails for our clients, for our people coming on, stuff like that. Maybe you need to get something together with your AWeber. Maybe somebody here doesn't have everything together for their AWeber, you know, and how that works. These are just some ideas that maybe you need to zero in or focus in better that you might feel you might need for your business to help enhance it or grow. You know, maybe some of you are already past what I'm talking about, and that's fine. But if we can grab some of your ideas, we're here to mastermind and collaborate and grab some of the ideas that you think are going to be important for all of us to have, to put in position, to put in place for us to grow our business and help others do the same.
Yeah, I guess maybe just as we go along, we'll get more clarity as to exactly what this project is capable of. Right now, you know, we're in the very beginning and we have the videos, so it's hard to see the big picture of what you guys are talking about, you know. I haven't seen, you know, I don't know what we have, yet landing pages or URLs. I was kind of wondering how that would work, how people are going to sign up with, say, me, if they see, you know, the videos. Is my, you know, website going to be in the description, or is it going to be createlifestylefreedom.com? I'm not really quite sure yet. I just know I'm on for the ride. Whatever you tell me to do, I'll do. So I don't really know what to expect.
Okay.
I don't know what you're doing,
all right.
or what we're doing.
That's fair. That's fair. Danielle, I'm going to you.
Hello. Hi. My expectations are, and I'm glad that Rod gave you some examples. I'd like more information on sales funnels, follow-up emails for AWeber. That would be helpful. The lead capture, I had a question before the other day on the conference call, whether or not we were going to be doing like custom lead capture pages. And also my expectations are that, you know, we empower thousands of people to create lifestyle freedom through a unified message, you know, every single day throughout the digital landscape, throughout all of social media. So I know that that's what we're going to be doing as well. And I also would like to see T-shirts. I think it would be cool if we had T-shirts that said "Create Lifestyle Freedom" or.
That's good, Danielle. That's great.
Yeah, that is good.
Mm-hmm.
We should talk to Kevin, huh?
Teespring.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's basically mine.
Gotcha. Dustin.
Did you want me to answer the question on what I plan on bringing to the project?
We'll come back to that. I just want to get everybody's laundry list right now.
Yeah. Well, you know, for me, the big thing is, you know, I'm looking at this as a launching pad for me. You know, I mean, I've spent the majority of the last 9 months really, you know, getting myself going and, you know, figuring out how to be, you know, full-time in business for myself. And that's the thing for me, is it's just a launching pad. You know, I've got a very large goal for myself for next year, and you know, this is that start. You know, that, like you said, the first quarter is the spring pad to everything else that I have planned for, you know, the entire next year. So for me, it's that, but it's also to be able to build, you know, the relationships here, and show people, like, you know, those smaller things, you know, the creating capture pages, the technical stuff that people have issues with. That's, you know, that's where I excel, to be honest. You know, and for me, this is bringing out the creative side as well. You know, I've done videos, and, you know, I mean, Danielle knows I do a morning mastermind every Monday morning with some people, and just go over some things with scheduling and stuff like that. You know, for me, it's also getting that creative side out, you know, really being able to go on a specific topic. And it's also stuff that I want to be able to use down the line for my team as I bring people on.
Fantastic. Jeremy, it's on you.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say thanks for letting me be part of this. This is an amazing one more opportunity to step up and grow. My expectations for this group, Mahdi, you hit it last week when we did our Wednesday webinar. 90% of most people don't finish anything, and we make awesome expectations. We set, you know, intentions, and then we fail to see them all the way through. So my expectation here is that I commit, carry it all the way through, and then I'm also that leverage for you guys, because life does have a funny way of creeping up on us and getting in the way, and it's easy to quit. It's easy to be like, well, I just don't have time to make that work. So I want to be that leverage for, you know what, you committed to this, let's carry it through. Let's see this to the end, and that way then we become a part of that growth. You guys know me from those that were a part of the last webinar. I'm all about the personal experience, the development, who we become. My big thing is all about being extraordinary. So that's my expectation. Really see this through and watch the results we were able to experience from all of that.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, who we have? Karen.
Yes. I want to say that I had been in a few other groups before, and I think timing is everything, right? And I learned a lot from the groups, but I felt like I maybe was missing something. So when I was introduced to this group, I did have expectations, and some of my first impressions and some of my expectations for the group is leverage, and because I'm understanding that, you know, the power of leverage in a group, and also to have personal group interaction. A lot of times you can be a part of a group where you might just be the other side of training, and training is vital and important. But the personal interaction I have great expectations with that, and the group effort, and that, you know, is huge for me. Also, I have the expectation. What I saw was the exposure, and that's really what you're talking about. What you're talking about is our group effort here is going to give us exposure. And with that, you know, the focus, I think that's what a lot of us, if we're not succeeding, and I've had a lot of personal growth and development and some technical skills, but I realize unless you're able to focus and get exposure, and you know, you're kind of you're just treading in one place. You're not getting the productivity that you want. So I have expectations of that. And also, as you were starting to mention here, yes, I'm at a point where I would love to, and maybe I can expect maybe getting some help with perfecting some emails that are converting into sales. I'm really having an expectation of sales, you know, and because that's what the exposure is for, is to get the sales. And, you know, as we're growing and connecting, I mean, it all leads to, you know, yes, all these other things are bonuses, you know, the networking, but I really expected to have some productivity coming from the exposure, from the leverage, and from the personal growth, because the personal growth that we're gaining from each other is going to result in something. And I have a really big, I like those numbers. I like those top 200 numbers you were talking about.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that. I'm having great expectations for those to be in that top 200. I really like the sound of that. So the focus, gaining of focus, the exposure, the leverage of the project, the personal group interaction, and and also helping me to perfect, maybe not perfect, but helping me to better express myself. And that's, I really love the video project, because that is what's going to help us to be able to express ourselves and to to get our message out there. And the video challenge is just huge for me.
Okay.
And okay.
Okay, fantastic. Mary.
That's my list. It's pretty big, and it's
no, it's okay. We're gonna get to it, but I just want to make sure that I get everybody's. Murray, go for it.
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for inviting me. This is an awesome group. Sometimes I get so excited with this group that I tend to go off on tangents. So try to reel me in. I really am looking forward.
It's something worthy of getting excited about, Murray. And
certainly
all I can say is you have no idea yet. Go right ahead.
All right. So the leverage, efficiency of time and leveraging our efforts to gain maximum results is kind of has been said before by other people. I think that's something I'm really looking forward to. Leveraging everybody else's work in conjunction. I think people really want to join a movement. We hear that a lot. Not necessarily a business, specific business or specific product or something like that. They really want to join a movement. So we can really leverage that if we do that right. And I'm looking forward to that. Some specific things. Somebody said that earlier. A few people said a decent autoresponder sequence that would is tailored to this project. That we could all kind of start with and tweak with our own, but a core bunch of autoresponder messages. We could each personalize a little bit, but the basic message that we're sending out, we could, it would make sense to leverage that because we're all kind of spreading the same message. I would like to see. I'm doing a lot of work on Facebook. I have a fan page and several fan pages, and I think Facebook is just an awesome and inexpensive medium that I'd like to, and LinkedIn. I'm heavy on LinkedIn, although LinkedIn is a little tricky. I really haven't found anybody who has really done much with it because it's got a lot of restrictions. But I think if we could tap into that, that's where the money is. There's a lot of money on LinkedIn. So, but one thing that I've personally struggled with, I don't know if anybody else has this problem.
Nobody else, just you, Murray.
Just me. This is just me. This is just me. So, I have a lot of my own issues, but the biggest problem I have is duplicating effort for new people. I have a lot of attrition, and I think people just get overwhelmed, or they come in with expectations that they don't have to do anything, or whatever. So if we could,
where that came from.
You know what I mean? So if we could. I don't think this is unique to. This is common for all home businesses, I believe. But I think Empower Network, on one hand, we have so many people doing so well. There's that lofty goal that everyone, when they sign up, they see all these, these testimonials that are just mind-boggling. And on the other hand, once you get in, it can be overwhelming because there's so many cool things about it. And this is a world of marketers, and everybody is trying to sell you something. Not necessarily for their own. They're trying to help you out in many cases. Like, you got to check this out. You got to. Some are. That's right. It's a mixed bag. But if you could easily spend all day long on webinars and not get anything done, because there's just so much cool stuff being presented. So I think if we're all, the people who do well in this company are able to duplicate somehow, for the new person. There's a mixed audience. There's some people who have done home business before and they kind of have a feel for it, and there's a lot of people who are new, have never done anything. My audience is new, pretty much the ones I'm targeting personally, and I'm struggling with it because it's a big difference from people who worked at a 40-hour-a-week job, and so from my personal aspect, that would be something if we could kind of attack. I think we could all benefit from whatever we come up with collectively. So
I'm with you 1,000%. Randall,
my goal is I'll just end with this. My goal is to set the pace for people who do have a corporate job and to show them how to get free with me as an example. That's my goal, and so that's a follow-up to what I just said there. Anyway, that's it.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic, fantastic. Randall, the question on the table is, what are your expectations coming into this project based on the little bit that you've heard from whoever invited you, what you've seen in the group in the way of the doc files and some of the wall postings on the group, and just your own experience set, for where you have come to be in Empower Network. What are the expectations that you have coming into this project? What would you like to see yielded personally for you from this project?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you got 3 minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes?
That's it.
Okay. Well, what I do like about the project is you do get to leverage the power of the group and all the different experiences from the group. And I think that's important for new people to see that there is not one guru that sticks out, but a group of people who are pushing towards the same goal, and that they can leverage each other's experiences and be able to glean from that and grow from that. And so, what my expectations are is that one of the things that I know about being in groups is that you do get to meet more people than you would ever get to meet on your own. You get to actually network a lot faster, and that's what this is about, is cutting your time down and your learning curve down. And I've noticed that a lot of times in a lot of the groups that I've been in. And so, for the new people that are coming in, they'll have lots of resources available for them and lots of help available for them. Even when times when you can't provide the answers will be there and be provided for them. So, I'm just really excited about the whole project as a whole.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Outstanding. So here's what we're going to do. Now is your turn to write and listen. You all have pens and paper because this is going to be important. Really, really, really important. All right? Let me know when.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Here we go. So let's start with the project itself. What is it that is our objective? Our objective in the project is to develop a conversation for the average man and woman on this planet that shows them a way out of the drudgery of trading their time for $1 and how to step into an amazing life. A life where cash flow is not an issue, a life that is filled with purpose, and a life where they can make a positive impact on the next person. So that is the main objective of this video project, to expose people to a better way in the 21st century, using 21st century tools and systems. Expose people to a better way using 21st century tools and systems on how they can have an amazing life, how they can step away from the drudgery of trading time for $1 and step into an amazing life where cash flow is not an issue, where they can live on purpose and they can make a positive impact on the world around them. Now, we're doing that through a series of conversations that are designed to pique interest and call people to action. A series of conversations. Pique interest, call to action. Pique interest, call to action. Pique interest, call to action. Educate, call to action. Educate, call to action. So we're going to be educating them about some terms that they may not be that familiar with. We're going to be educating them about tools and systems that they're not that familiar with. Although they have technology floating around all the time, they got technology on their hip. They got technology in their pocketbooks, right? In their purses. But they have not figured out how to leverage it. So we're going to be doing some educating, right? And calling to action, right? Exposing, calling to action. Educating, calling to action. Giving people new terminologies, calling them to action. That's what we're going to be doing over the course of this 20 videos. All right, so let's talk about things that you should expect. Let's talk about things that you should be using. How do I want to phrase this? Right. Things that you should be using as your ways, the benchmarks for your growth in this project. I'll put it that way. Not necessarily. I'm sorry. That's not the best way to put it. These are things that you should be calling on to use during the course of this project. And if you don't have these, then that's what I wanted to say. These are the things that you can personally expect to gain from as a result of being in this project. So here we go. Number one, you're going to come away with, if you don't already have it, what is it that you're passionate about? So what are your passions? Write that down, please. And in other words, another way of putting that is, if money was not an issue, what is it that you would be finding yourself doing? You're going to come away with that. If it's not crystal clear for you already, it's going to be definitely crystal clear to you at the end of this 10-week period. Number one, what are your strengths? I'm sorry, number two, what are your strengths? What are the things that you are good at and that you are exceedingly good at that maybe some people struggle with? You know, and if it's online systems, various aspects of online stuff that you know that people are going to need to use in order to have a foundation so that they can get their message across online, then, and you're good at some of those things, whether it's, you know, creating a blog, whether it's designing your designing a image ad or image post on Facebook, or shooting videos, or whatever it is. What are your strengths? Write that down, number two. Number three, what are your experiences? What are your experiences? Because what we are doing, right, with this whole project is that we are, should I say that now? I'll say it now. We're building a 3-hour blueprint. So put that in the side margin somewhere, because that is huge. Mm-hmm. You're building a 3-hour blueprint of a daily action plan, a daily plan of action that you are going to distill down by the end of this 10-week period. If you're working at the computer 6, 7, 8 hours a day now, 12 hours a day, some people, you know, we're wanting to distill that down to a 3-hour blueprintable process that you can give to anybody that's in your emerging organization, right? So let me get back to number three. Number three is, what are your experiences? Because from your experiences, here's what we're going to develop. We're going to develop content from your experiences. See, we're in the age of my story marketing. And the science of my story marketing is where people take the value, listen to this very carefully, people take the value of their life experiences and they turn those life experiences into readable, watchable, listenable content. I'll say that again. My story marketing is a science of people taking the value of their life experiences and turning that into readable, watchable, listenable content. And then they take that content and they place it online where other people can find you, resonate with you, decide to partner with you, or become a customer of yours. Are you getting me? That's what my story marketing is. Now, anyone can do that because my story marketing is based on three simple things. It's based on attraction, invitation, and how to organize people. All right? And guide them to a definite ending. Attraction, invitation, and guiding. As a matter of fact, the 4 keys of this whole process that we're in, the 4 keys in this whole process that we're in are these. Invitation, education, validation, and then registration, in that order. We invite people to an offering in a community. We educate them about what we do here and what they can do. Because Empower Network, if nothing more, put this in the side margins, this is huge, it is an idea incubator. The reason why people are, we have people falling off and going hither and yonder and blah, 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 is because there's so much stuff coming at them about what Empower Network is, right? And nobody simplifies. Nobody's simplifying that. Your job in this project is to simplify for the average man and woman on the planet. That's what our job is in this video project. To expose, to educate, to simplify. That's what we're going to be doing. So again, in building your global wealth network, you're going to be engaging in 4 processes all the time. It never changes. It's always the same. And if you keep people locked on this and get them out of all these techie terms and all this other stuff and make life simple, it's about invitation, education, validation, and then finally registration. Registering them into this network, into your network, right? But they can't do that without the other 3 steps. And out of those other 3 steps, the one that's most important is validation, right? So you can invite somebody, be it, someone that you're attracted to and you were inviting them out to a date or whatever it is, or business partner that you want them to look at, a potential business partner that you want to look at a new product or an offering, whatever it is that you're inviting a person to, that's the first step. The second step is to give them some education, some reasons why this might be of interest to them, right? The third part is validating their concerns. What is this thing, this Empower Network thing? How is it that what is it that I'm going to be asked to do? What's going to be how is it that I generate cash from this? Has anyone used these methods before? Why do I feel that this would be a good investment of my time? Why should I feel as though I can be successful in this? All of these are questions. And all of those questions have to be validated. And guess what? The person inviting can never be the validator. Never forget that. Validation is always through a third party. Let me say that again. The person who's inviting to the offer can never be the one who validates. The validation has to come from somewhere else. The validation can come from some videos from your teammates. They can come from a Monday night conference call by some of the top earners, or Dave and Dave. They can come from an event, be it an online hangout, it's a huge validation tool. or a live event at one of the Empower Network events, all of these things that I'm naming are validation tools. So dig into your treasure chest, and or I should say dig into the things that are available to you and load up your treasure chest with the validation tools that you're going to need, because out of all 4 steps in this process, validation is the biggest one. See, validation is that part in your what they call the back end, right? They talk about traffic, generating traffic, developing leads or people that are interested. In other words, generating traffic or pushing an offer, or pushing people to an offer, or pushing an offer in front of people. Either way you want to deal with it, that's traffic. Then the other thing is, how do you register, or I should say not register, but how do you identify those people that are interested in your offer? Those are leads, right? Right? So first is traffic, and then it's leads, right, from your contacts, and then it's the back end. These people are now leads, they're into your autoresponder series, and how do you warm those contacts up to both you, number one, and to your offering? Because both are necessary. With the process of warming your contacts, your leads, up to you, warming them up to you and warming them up to your offer, that's called validation. See, in the same 4-step system, that's the validation part. That's the back end part that Murray and everybody on this line said that we really want to polish that up. We want to fine tune that, the back end. Dave told you, hey, you know what? This is Empower Network. We've got a blog platform. All you have to do is drive traffic to it. We've got stuff here that they will click through and become leads for you. You've got 2 jobs, driving traffic to the page, and then once they click on one of these funnels that we have and they're in your system as a lead, converting them on the back end to a partner. You got 2 jobs, traffic on the front end, conversions on the back end. Dave told you that way at the beginning, didn't they? Yep. Mm-hmm. So this whole thing of validation, of validating your offer, validating yourself, your message to your leads, it's key, it's critical. What helps? Guess what? Video. Video is an incredible validation tool. Guess whose videos they're going to be looking at? Yours and mine's. When you think about this project and you think about how big video is as a validation tool, you begin to understand how huge this project that you are involved in is, and what an important role you're going to play in not only raising your own self and your own abilities to attract, organize, and get people happily involved, but to set up the 3-hour blueprint so that your emerging team knows how to attract, invite, and organize people so that they don't have the stumbling blocks that you had. See, what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen, is huge, huge, huge. So let me get on. So I said, what are your passions? In other words, what would you do if money was not an issue? What are your strengths? What are your experiences? Number 4, what can you offer? Number 4, what is it that you can offer? What is it that you're going to be offering in this project? What is it that you're going to be offering to people that you want to partner with you in general? What is it that you're going to be offering? Number 5, how do you offer it? How is it that you're going to be presenting your offer? How do you offer it? Are you offering it through video? Are you offering it through live hangouts? What are the various ways that you're going to be delivering your offer? How is it that you offer it? Now, everything that I'm sharing with you is fundamental. These are like building blocks that your people that are new, you're new associates in Empower Network, they got to know this stuff. They have to know this. All this other stuff about lead capture pages and SEO and blogging and keyword research. You know what that does for a person? I won't even go there. I just won't go there. Is it important? Is it significant? Yes. Is it, how did they say it? Significant but not sufficient. I think that's what they used to tell us in school. It's significant, but it's not sufficient. It's significant. Is that the end game, though? Is lead capture pages the end game? No. Mm-hmm. Is a funnel system better than a lead capture page, than a static lead capture page that you send some person to? Absolutely. What's the difference? If you don't know, we're going to learn here in this project. By the end of week 10, well before the end of week 10, you're going to know the difference between a static lead capture page and what that does for a person and a funnel. You're going to know the difference between, just having a Facebook page and what elements build engagement on that page, and how you can absolutely accelerate your engagement through collaborating on a page like the Create Lifestyle Freedom page versus your own page or my own page. It'll be so evident to you. I mean, it will be absolutely evident. The differences will be night and day. Why? Think of and I know I'm digressing a little bit here, but everything I digress to is important. Think of the Facebook page, your Facebook fan page, and think of a single blog site, because they are analogous. Now I want you to think of a fan page that has the collaborative efforts of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 content creators. 50 people creating content, acting as the author on that fan page versus your individual fan page. So you got your own personal blog versus the Empower Network URL. Then you've got your personal fan page versus Creating Lifestyle Freedom fan page with 50 content creators. The reason why Empower Network's URL, empowernetwork.com, is exceeding the Alexa rankings of Fortune 500 companies is two reasons, two things and two things only. Never forget this. It is the number of people that are adding content to that URL on a daily basis, and the number of people, the sheer number of people, and the frequency with which that content is being added during the day. How many times do you think content is being added to empowernetwork.com during a day? How many people are there? Over 100,000 people that have taken the blog. Let's say 50,000 of them are actively writing. Let's say 30,000 of them are actively writing every day, or at least 3 days a week. Do you know how much content that is that's hitting that URL? It's the same with a Facebook fan page, right? The Facebook fan pages that have over 2,000, over 5,000, over 10,000 likes are fan pages that have phenomenal engagement. That means people are having conversations. People are posting with regularity. Now, there's only so many hours in a day, so here's the question. Would it benefit you if you were leveraged, if your content were leveraged on a page with the content of 20, 30, 40 plus other people, or would you be better off just you contributing content to the page? I think the answer is simple. And that is the significance of the Create Lifestyle Freedom page. In the month of January, we're going to take that page from where it is now to 2,000 likes by the end of the month. Why? Because we're going to have the people to do it. Now, here's the important part. The important part for you and me is that the way Facebook is set up with notifications, see, when you like a page, if you're, depending upon how your settings are for you as an individual on Facebook, every one of your friends gets a notification of what you've just done. So any activity that you do, if their settings are set so that they get notifications of what your activities are, whenever you like a page, they get a notice. Whenever you post, they get a notice. Whenever you put up a video, they get a notice, right? So when you have more people, when you have people that are engaging in posts on a page, when you are engaging with the leverage of other teammates, cast members on a page, the Create Lifestyle Freedom page, your friends and all of their friends are going to get notice of those posts. That's going to draw their eyeballs there by curiosity. They're going to see content that they like, and guess what? It's not going to be just your content. That's what makes it so refreshing. They're going to be seeing a message that is being delivered by 30, 40, 50 people. They're going to see comment streams with people adding positive comments, 10, 20, 30 comments deep, maybe 40 comments deep. It's going to want them to get involved with the conversation that's going on that page. So I think you get the picture. I won't belabor the point. Let's go on. Okay, so I said
2,000 likes.
2,000 likes by the end of the right. What is it that you offer? How do you offer it? How frequently or consistently do you share your message? Live. And I have in parentheses value. How consistently, how frequently do you share your message? Right? So now, next question is, how do you collect interest? What are the ways that you collect interest? And how do you convert interest into action? See, all of these things, this list that we just made, are things that we have got to refine, things that we will be refining through this project. So these are sets of expectations that I am asking you to impose on yourself. So let me go down that list without all of the digressing. Number one, what are your passions? If money wasn't an issue, what is it that you know that you would be doing? All right. Number two, what are your strengths? Number three, what are your experiences, your life experiences? Number four, what can you offer? Out of your life experiences, what is it that you feel that you can offer to the world? Number five, how are you planning to offer it? Online or offline? How do you plan on offering it? Number six, how frequently or consistently do you share a message? I'll say it another way. How frequently or consistently do you share value? Because value is what drives attraction. The more value you provide or you offer, the more attractive you become. Right? Next one. How do you collect interest? You've been sharing a message, you share it with frequency, right? So how do you collect the interest? How do you gauge who is interested in the message that you're sharing? Last but not least, how do you convert interest into action? So those are the points that you should have as takeaways from this project. Okay? Everybody with me so far?
Yes, sir.
All right. So next series of questions going down the line for you guys. And those questions had that next question was, the first one was, what were your expectations, right, coming into the project? And I took notes, right? Everybody see that?
Yeah.
I'm taking notes all the time. And so now the question to you is, What is it that you expect to deliver through this video project? What is it that you want to deliver, right? And this is global, right? I want you all to think of this as the position that you have as being just huge. Why do I say that? Right now, we have people that are in this project from every team in Empower Network. We also have people in this project that are from almost every continent, just about, right? Anna's from Portugal. We've got people from North America, certainly. We've got people that are from South America. Marlon's from South America. We have people that are from Europe, definitely. We've got Sana and Zara and people from Switzerland, Sweden, et cetera, et cetera. We've got people from Africa, from the African continent. Don't know if we have anybody from Middle East. All right, so what I'm sharing with you is that in this particular project, with the focus that we have and the tools that we're using, video, and the magnitude of the message that we're going to be delivering, there's no reason in the world why you guys shouldn't be locking arms in this particular project and putting your stake in every continent that you want to grow team members in. This is the vehicle to get that done. This is the vehicle to get that done. More so than Prosperity Team. I love my team. I love Prosperity, right? But I see people in this project, I see us getting our cash flow up, hopping on a plane and going to another continent and showing people how to create lifestyle freedom, how to build this Create Lifestyle Freedom project, a video project in their country, on their continent, in their language. See, I see that. I see us doing that. And that's why I'm telling you that if you guys take your message, that 30-second to 3-minute message that you're going to be delivering in session 2 with heart, and you deliver it with heart, and we absolutely learn the science and art of leverage and collaboration, there is no limit on what we can accomplish in 2014. Certainly in the year 2014, I'm sorry, and certainly in the first 90 days of this month, the first quarter of this month, right? So here's the question. Let me get the question out. What is it, going starting with Amber, that you want to deliver? Now that you've heard all of this soliloquy from me, what is it that you want to deliver in this video project? Amber, starting with you.
The dog's barking. You better come back to me.
Okay, Danielle.
Hi. My biggest strength, and what I think is my biggest strength, is inspiring other people. What I want to deliver is inspiration, and what I mean by that is I want to help people to overcome self-limiting beliefs. A lot of people have self-limiting beliefs either in the company or within themselves, and just to be the catalyst to help them to overcome it. For example, if they say they don't have enough time, well, you know, how long is that going to be a problem? How long, you know, the whole point is to create lifestyle freedom.
Right.
So going to inspire people to get over self-limiting beliefs so that they can actually take action, because a lot of times that's the thing that holds a lot of people back, is their limiting beliefs. So for me, it's inspiration. Like, you know, Dustin is the tech person. I'm not all that techy. My strength is content creation. I love to blog. I'm never short on content.
Hey, you guys write that down. Hey, Danielle is claiming now. I'm telling you, when you hear your partners telling you what they're good at, write it down. Hold on a second. Okay, just reading notes. Danielle is telling you that one of the things that she's passionate about, one of the things she feels she's good at, is content creation. So you guys need to write that down. Know who your partners are. Know who your teammates are. Go ahead, Danielle.
Yeah, that's content creation and inspiration. That's basically it. I have and I'm happy to assist in any way possible in terms of content. I have content for lifetime. I have unlimited content.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Fantastic. All right, Dustin.
Yeah, I think the big thing for me in delivering is that this is a lot more simple than what people make it out to be. I mean, Danielle used a lot of what my response is. It's inspiring people that, to get out of that self-limiting belief that, oh, I can't do that. I've never, learned any of this stuff. It's simple. It's not always easy, but it is simple. And that's that's where I come in. And again, like Danielle said, I've said before, I'm a tech guy. I've got a way of just figuring things out. Be it coding or whatever. Capture pages, all that stuff. I've taken the time to go through and learn how all that stuff is built, and because it's for me, it's interesting and it's easy. So my thing is, and what I've been showing other people in my own personal business as well, is it's a lot simpler than what you think. And being able to relay those technical things on a term that anybody can understand, and it's, that's easier than what I thought it was going to be, or simpler than what I thought it was going to be. So for me, that's my message: is you don't have to be the tech guy to be able to figure this stuff out. There's others around us. Muted.
Fantastic. That's so important because what trips most people up and keeps them from getting into the action of sharing, connecting, sharing, attracting, inviting, is they don't feel as though they have enough stuff, right? And yes, you do need some stuff. Don't get me wrong. And we're going to cover that in the first week of the project. Here is a basic checklist of things that you need to do, and there's only 4 or 5 things that you need to make sure that you have in place, right? Do you have 3 blogs, Empower Network blogs in place? One of them should be an Empower Network review. You got that in place? Great. Check that off the list. Do you have 3 videos that you've made, right, that are personal? If you don't have, hey, here's 100 other videos by some of your friends, some of the other people that are either your seniors, people that invited you in the Empower Network, or in your, in this Create Lifestyle Freedom Project. Here's 100 other videos. Here's a whole YouTube channel. Pick one, right? So do you have videos? Great, check that off. There are only certain things that you need. Do you have, an email autoresponder campaign? You don't? Okay, we're going to get that built. Get that in place. Get these things in place. Check that off. Now that you've got that checked, let's just go talk to some people, because people want freedom. They want to get free. They're trying to figure out who can. There's only 2 questions that are in the heads of everybody, you, me, and everybody else. What is it that I can do to generate some cash flow? And 2, who is it that I trust to show me how? Those are the only 2 questions people have. Those are the only 2. Don't even get it twisted. Those are the only 2 questions people have. What is it that I can do to generate cash flow? Because if I can figure out how to generate some stupid cash flow, I wouldn't be at this job. And it's a great job. Murray will tell you, it's a great job. It's a corporate job, right? Murray's a financial something or other. Hey, I was a pharmacist, right? We come out of school making $100G a year, right? You don't believe me? Go and look. Just go and look. A pharmacist comes out of school now, right out of school, $100,000 a year, right off the bat, right? So money's not the thing. It's, golly, you're tying up all my freaking time. I don't have time to do anything, right? So, the people are saying, what can I do to generate cash flow so that I don't have to give up all my time? That's the thing. That is the essence of lifestyle freedom, right? And then, secondly, okay, I hear what you're saying. It sounds okay. Who am I going to trust to show me how to do this? That is it. They get those 2 things done, there's enough value for them to part with the time and the money, they're your partner. They're asking, hey, they're saying, let's roll, let's do this, right? So, who was next? Jeremy's next.
Hey there.
Hey.
You know, I think if you put 99 people in a room and you ask them what do they want, or 100 people in a room and you ask them what they want, 99 people will tell you what they don't want, and they have no damn clue what it is they want. And then they wonder why they don't get what it is they really want, but they keep getting what they don't want. And that's part of what I bring to this, is helping people ask those questions, helping people find that why. You know, we all got here probably because we wanted more money, and they did a survey of people who have a net worth of over 30 million, and 88% of them still felt financially insecure. There is no such thing as enough money, ever. And so we all came here for money, but that's not a powerful enough why. It's not a powerful enough motivator to really change people. And so my goal, my strategy, my thing is helping people understand that why. And then, like you said, putting the simple skills, the simple tasks to work to achieve that.
Mm-hmm. You know what? You know what's so cool about that? Wrapped inside of that is some really core psychology, and it goes like this. 95% of the people, let's just say that, let me think of how to phrase this so that I can get to the psychology of the question. And what I'm really getting to is part of the psychology is helping people to form the right questions. See, if you help people to form the question, then you can tell them, well, you know what? Most people that had that question found that da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And you can lead them right down. You understand what I'm saying? That's part of the psychology of helping people to form a question. You say, well, you know, most people have two questions, and those two questions are, you know, what is it that I'm going to do for cash flow, and who is it that I'm going to trust to show me the way? See how I just formed the question, right? And so now that I have that question formed and people are saying, yeah, that's me, yeah, he's talking to me. Now I can say, okay, well, 95% of the people that ask that question, you know, I found that, or we found, you know, that once they found out this, however you want to end that phrase, once they found out X, Y, Z, then that was all they needed to know, and taking action was easy for them. And Jeremy's frozen. Jeremy, you're going to have to go out and come back in again. I know you can hear me, but you can't talk. You're frozen. So let me go on to, yeah, there you go. So let me go on to Karen. Karen, what is it that you are expecting to deliver in this project?
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to say that the more that I am associated with Create Lifestyle Freedom, the more I see the genius of that, and that really is the message that we really are trying to deliver here. And I have to say that I have had some personal confusion on what is my message, because sometimes I did think, well, what I need to do is teach people how to have an online business, or I need to teach personal development because I love personal development, or maybe I should just, you know, share little bits and pieces of my personal life, and I felt like I just didn't really have focus or really a clear understanding of what my message is. So being able to be a part of this project, where the project is Create Lifestyle Freedom, that in itself is really going to be huge for me to kind of help, you know, just for that to be the message, because it really does say it says it all. And when you know, I've got like about 4 pages of notes myself, you know, the two basic questions, and that is so genius too. cash flow. I mean, if people are looking for an online business or looking for a business, they are looking for a cash flow in some aspect, and yes, and they're looking for somebody they can trust. And isn't that why we have made the choices that we made? Because we trusted in our choice. We trusted, in the video. I trusted in the story. I mean, I love the Dave and Dave story. It captured me, and it captured me because it was the story of, if they can do it, I can do it. Mm-hmm. If they can do it, anybody can do it. And that was such a message of encouragement to me. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to be a part of a message of encouragement.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Fantastic. Karen, may I share something with you?
Yes.
Okay, great. And what you're saying is spot on, that the project itself helps us to really distill and define what our greatest offerings can be, what our greatest contributions can be, and how we're going to deliver that contribution. So one of the things that you shared was that people have this question, and you were talking about how to help them decide about cash flow and developing an online business. At the very beginning, I want to always bring you all to this wordsmith. I mean, you guys, trust me, over the next 10 weeks, if there's anything that I want you to pay absolute attention to, it is every word that you use when you are expressing and you're delivering. Because in the beginning, there was the word. And your word, I'm telling you, it's energy. So here's what I'm coming to. Just this one thing that Karen said. And I hear it all the time. People speak about Empower Network, and they talk about bringing other people in the Empower Network, and they talk about online business. Let me be the one to share with you this. There are a whole lot of people, and I mean a whole lot of people, that don't give a rip about business. As a matter of fact, when you say the word business, they're ready to run 100 miles an hour in the opposite direction because of all of the things that word conjures up in their head with regards to responsibilities, with regards to headaches, with regards to just all kinds of things that they may or may not either be ready for or willing to engage in. Here's the difference. Everyone is interested in income, but not everyone needs a job. Are you with me? Everyone is interested in income, but not everybody wants to build a business. Some people would rather have a very simple, elegant way of generating online residual income, right, without having to grind. I just want to go every 90 days and hang out with a bunch of cool people at a wonderful location. I don't care nothing about business. I just want to hang out with these folks. Dustin, Danielle, man, Amber, she's in Key West. Let's go down to Key West and just kick it, right? And I want to earn income. Now, is there something wrong with me? No. That's what I want to do, right? So how do I do that? Well, here's the way that we get that done. You have some experiences. You have some life experiences. You have value. You have information inside of you about things that you've done in your life and about this process of earning online that other people would find valuable. They would find it interesting. So as we share that with them, right, and we invite them into a community where they can incubate their ideas for what it is that they want to do while taking the products and services that we co-own and share that with their friends, right? When they share that with their friends, and their friends say, hey, yeah, I got some stuff I've been thinking about. I want to brush all of the dust off this idea and build this idea. Let me come into this community. As soon as they come into the community, they take ownership of tools and services that generate a cash flow. That's how we earn. No secret, right? It's no big business. That's just what we do, right? And so when you can put it in simple terms, and the more we have this as a Starbucks kind of conversation, and we get all of the stuff off of it that we want to put on it, then the more people will be able to throw a really big net and capture a lot of folk. There's basically three types of people that are going to be attracted to this. Number one is a typical 9 to 5 person that goes to a job, whatever kind of job it is. Number two is the middle management person who is in a corporation. They're in some kind of management position, and they have been there and they just want out. It's a routine. It's a rut for them, right? The third person is someone like me, somebody who's been in a skilled profession, skilled trade, corporate executive. They make a ton of money, right? So money's not the issue, but guess what it is? Time. They want time back. That's the most important thing for them. And they're looking for ways that they can keep their salary. See, the biggest thing for a guy like me, somebody that's in medical, that's a physician or a pharmacist or an attorney, an accountant that's running his own CPA firm, the biggest thing for somebody like that is, wait a minute, hold up now. I hear what you guys are saying, but, I'm enjoying a certain type of lifestyle now. I don't really feel comfortable in giving that up. Is it possible that I can have this lifestyle and have my time? That's their biggest question. That's the question they want answered. Your whole approach to them has to be different. Money is not the issue. Money is the issue, but it isn't. It's like, okay, how quickly can I transition? What is it I have to do to get up to the income level that I'm in right now? What is it that I have to do? So and those are the three basic types of people that this is designed for. Is Empower Network designed for business to business, where you're going to take the blog platform that we have, and it's going to be the answer to someone who's running $1 million plus corporation, and you're going to use the blog platform that we have or some of the products and services that we're using to help scale them up? Yes, you'll get some of those. You'll get a few of those. Is that going to be your bread and butter? No. Guess who the bread and butter is? The bread and butter is those three types that I just shared with you. And those three people have the same concern that you have. What is their concern? Number one is complete mastery over their weekly cash flow, their monthly income, and how they master their financial affairs. And number two is time freedom. Those are the people that you want. Those are the people that will take the basic and the inner circle, right? And you'll have hundreds of them. We want hundreds of those kind of folk. As a matter of fact, we want those in the thousands, right? So I'm sorry, I was at Murray. Murray is speaking about what he hopes to deliver through this project.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Okay, I'm so sorry to break in, Murray.
That's okay. So those are some good responses. I wrote down Dustin's name as the tech guy. Because I can't even change my own oil in my car. So, Dustin, you catch up speed dial. Anyway, my strength is, I think, communication, and I like to collaborate is my strength, and I find I like working with people, and I really get thrilled out of connecting two people who are looking for something else that they don't have, and I can see this guy needs X and this guy needs Y, and the guy who needs X is good at Y, and the guy who needs Y is good at X, and getting them together and just see magic happen. So kind of a joint venture type collaboration skill is what I bring to the table. You know, I enjoy doing that at my real job all the time. You know, there's a lot of things I don't know, but I know where to go to find somebody who does know, and that's what I'm not sure if that's answered your question.
No, are you kidding me? Joint venture, somebody that understands the psychology behind bringing people together that have needs and how to satisfy the needs of both simultaneously. That is, you know, that's the kind of stuff that you build this in countries with. I want you traveling on the plane with me, partner. When we go, I'm dead serious. Dead serious. Dead serious.
All right.
All right. Randall.
Okay. What was the question again?
What is that you want to deliver most in this project, in your videos? What is it that you want to deliver to the people, your audience?
Yeah, that's kind of a tricky question for me, because I have really no specifics, but what I have learned about myself is that you know, a lot of people have problems going from their normal day-to-day business to being online. They don't know how to carry themselves or what to act like, and they think that other people are looking at them like they're kind of strange, when in reality, you know, you really just got to be yourself and lead by example, and you know, just show them that you're building a business and that you're living the lifestyle that you want, and live it authentically, live it the way you want. I mean, right now I really love the fact that I can be here for my son every day when he gets off the bus, and be there every morning when he goes on the bus, and chase him down the driveway and try to get a hug and a kiss, and he won't let me see he won't let me see or let the other people see me do it. But I love that about this business, and you know, just really being authentic with people, because you know, when you connect with people, they're going to find their why. They don't necessarily have to have your why or any set goals, but once you start showing them enough, they will go back and think about their why. They will think a lot more about it, and they will, you know, they'll build their own kingdom. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, I really enjoy being authentic with people.
Fantastic. Hey, I want to bring Rod in. Rod is a Session 1 senior cast member, and he's gained a lot of experiences. Rod, you might be muted. You want to unmute yourself and just share candidly. Then I've got a list, right? I've got a list of the 10 topics that we just selected as a group. But more importantly is you're going to get some of the psychology behind how we put this whole project together. Because what I have in my hand is a list of how these 10 topics, these 10 themes are going to be matched up. Remember, 2 in a week. So the proper 2 have to be matched up. And I think that some of these, there are 10 other topics that I developed. I had already developed 10, and I left it to the team to develop 10. So some of these will be a mixture of the topics that I had matched with some of the topics that you all selected. But what I'm about to give you after Rod speaks, and you want to write these down, you guys get to hear it first, the actual sequence of the themes that will be delivered in Session 2. So this is...
Don't forget about me, Mahdi.
I thought...
Excellent, man.
I thought we had talked... Oh, Amber had to do with the dogs.
Right. Yeah, go ahead and get Amber.
Okay, Amber, please.
Okay, good, thanks. I was glad to be last, though, because last time I was first and didn't know what I was talking about. I would say that lifestyle is what I bring to the table. You know, I live in Key West, and we're on an island, and it's really easy for me to shoot at the beach or in front of cruise ships or anything like that. And
somebody make a special note. We want to do several live takes in Key West. We want to do a retreat in Key West and just do a ton of videos down there. I'm serious. Go ahead, Amber.
Yeah, we can. I have good connections at all the hotels.
Wonderful.
And I shoot at hotels, and I mean, it's just like if I got $1 million tonight, I don't think my life per se would change. You know, I'd probably just go to a lot more events. And then another thing that I really like and never expected was the journey that this whole thing takes you on. You know, like it started off just about the money for me. That was where my desperation came from, you know, because of the family business and everything. But I never expected that I'd be on this journey with like all these amazing people that are on this, like, I don't want to even say it's self-discovery, like, you know, finding our purpose, but it almost forces you to bring out the best in yourself, you know, and you have to find the best in yourself. And I love that. It's just,
and it takes time.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, come
it's
on.
a process.
It takes time. It's a process.
But it's cool. It's really cool. So thanks. That's all I wanted to say.
Fantastic. Going to Rod, my main man. 10 weeks I've been hanging out. 12 weeks I've been hanging out with Rod. Come on, Rod. Did he get frozen? He got frozen all of a sudden. Son of a gun. Rod, I know you can hear me. You'll have to duck out and come back in.
Okay. All right.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Oh, Lord. It happens. It's technology. It happens. He'll be back in just a second.
Can I just really quickly
Please, Danielle, go right ahead.
Add to when you were talking about our target audience, and you were saying, you know, the people who work 9 to 5, the middle management person, and then the skilled person. But would it also be those, you know, millions of network marketers out there who are struggling in their industry as well?
Absolutely.
Who may want something different, who may not want to do home parties, and all of this stuff?
Absolutely. I mean, come on now. Who wants to sell soap and vitamins? They're selling soap and vitamins so that they can develop enough of a nest egg to really have the lifestyle that they are after. That's why they're doing that. Are they doing that because they absolutely want to be to capture 1% of the coffee market? Do they really care about capturing 1% of the coffee market? Heck no. Do they care about, you know, how many thousands of people they can give a shake mix that tastes like a cake mix? No. Right? They're doing that because they're looking for cash flow that can lead them to lifestyle. If they knew of a way to have 100% of the earnings from their efforts, I'm almost sure that they would do that. But they get hit with, there are, for all 100,000 plus members there are in Empower Network, it's kind of like 10 million stores in the naked city. You know, there and you got to be old enough to know where that line comes from. Murray, we won't give away. Anyway, you know, for every 100,000 people that there are in Empower Network, there's probably 80,000 different stories about what Empower Network is. Right? So when someone else outside of Empower Network is hearing all of these different iterations of what this really is about, they come away with absolute confusion. Why do you think that there's you know, 3% of all of the people in the Empower Network only earn over $5,700 a month? $5,700 a month is not a lot of money in the world of money. In the world of money, $5,700? Come on, right? So it has to be because it's certainly not because the structure and the framework doesn't allow people to attain that. We've got the greatest access to money out of anybody's program out here. You know, 100% commission you can access every week. You can earn that several times a day. Whatever it is, you can add on basics, you can add on inner circle several times a day, as many times as you want, right? We certainly have access. The thing is, how do you structure your invitation so that people are clear about what it is that you're offering them, and they're clear about what it is that they have to do in order to duplicate the effort and get what they want. That's the deal. That is the deal. if a person who is a hippie Jedi, right, whose whole organization is made of hippie Jedis, do you think that Justin, do you think for 1 second that Justin Berengia has business-to-business corporate types that got him to the $1 million ring earning level? Did anybody here on this panel have any question in their mind that that's who is in his organization? Heck no. Who does he have? He has people like him, hippie Jedi warriors. Lots of them, thousands of them. So do you have to be a rocket scientist to be $1 million ring earner in Empower? No. Is Empower Network ever going to be saturated? No. Why do I say that? People, listen to me. Just in case somebody comes up with that nonsense. Do you know how many people there are in Atlanta? I'm in Atlanta. There's 5.5 million people in Atlanta, right? Watch this. Watch this. If you had 1,000 people in your organization, 1,000 people in your organization, right, that were at basic and inner circle, do you know, somebody do the math on 1,000 times $100 right now. Somebody do the math on that. Real quick, it's 100,000. That's $100,000 a month. That's $1 million ring earner, $100,000 a month. So what am I telling you? You need 1,000 people to be $1 million ring earner in Power. Now watch this. There's 5.5 million people in Atlanta. I'm not talking about Georgia. I'm talking about Atlanta. In my suburb, there's tens of thousands of people. In order for each person on this panel to be $1 million ring earner, just come to my suburb and start talking to people. That's how I'm serious.
I believe you.
So somewhere, guess what? The ball is being dropped by a whole bunch of us. The ball is being dropped. So what does it take, right? What does it take? It takes clear delivery of a simple call to action. And again, that's why we are at, right back at the beginning, create lifestyle freedom. Rod, it's on you, my friend.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Mike, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Can you hear me all right? Okay.
Yeah, you were good. Great.
Hey, excellent. I'm excited to connect with people. You know, I like connecting with people. I like to touch their heart. You know, and but what I want to get out of this, and what I'd like to get out of this is a huge organization, Mahdi. I want to wear a ring. I want to be the $1 Million Club ring.
Right.
But for me, I think communication. Who was it with communication? Was that Jeremy with communications?
Yeah, definitely Jeremy and definitely Murray. Murray and Jeremy.
Murray.
Yeah. Murray and Jeremy. Okay. So I like touching with people. I think the videos have been tremendous for my growth and for my business, and I want to continue that. I would really like to see our lifestyle create lifestyle freedom page get more likes. And I know we're talking about the science of it right now. I'm excited about that. And just breaking out around the corner here, 2014, we've got like 70 likes on our page or 70 people talking about it. We got like, what do we have, 270 people? Is it 270 people, Mahdi?
That have liked the page?
I'm not really sure.
That have liked the page, 347, almost 350 in the last 10 weeks.
Right. And we got 70 people talking about it, and that would be nice to get, over 2,000 likes and more like, 500 people talking about it.
Absolutely.
But communication on videos for me, that's what I like. I need to, I have some weak areas also, just like some people. I have to get, I want to get a sequence of good emails going.
Right.
And I want to get some more lead capture pages for us. We can mask the EN URL and be able to use a lot more of that on Facebook. I think Facebook is excellent. That's that's the river of nuggets right there. You know, I like being there. But I'm anxious to just grow more, Mahdi. I want to grow more and connect with people.
Rod has, when you guys get a chance, any of the people that are in session 1, and I want you to understand and appreciate, we went through the same thing that you're seeing. That's why you can't. That's why it's comical to us. The stuff we see, and you're going to, well, we've been through the same thing, right? And we already know that the way this, because of our project and going 10 weeks, that we're right in the middle of things. We're right in the middle of, you know, Empower Network events. We're right in the middle of launches. We're going to be right in the middle of, you know, we're right in the middle of a quarter. Every quarter of this calendar year, you know, with the exception of the summer quarter, we'll have a session, right? We're going to have session 3, which is spring summer. We're going to take a break in summer because I'm going to be traveling around with all you guys. We will be in the top 200, the top 100, some of us, and we get a chance to travel around. We're going to take a break during summer. And then we're going to come back in the fall and do our next session for 2014. Our intention is to have 100 people in session 3. When we come back and do that fall session in fall of 2014, we'll have 100 people. It'll be all by invite, and quite frankly, what we're building is a tribe within the larger community of Empower. Let me give you some things that I know are important because, you know, we're pushing for time now and people have families to get back to. There are 3 phases of growth in this process that we're in, this video project that we're in. There are 3 things that you're going to get out of it. So these are another set of expectations for you. You want to write this down. The first thing is the discipline of content creation. There are some of us who have never before consistently produced 2 pieces of video content per week, ever, right? And so for some, it's going to be the sheer discipline of generating content. That's going to be huge. Personal productivity is going to go through the roof for everybody. Everybody's going to experience that. That's something you can look forward to. So that's the first stage, content creation. Then it's content distribution, exposure of that content. So that's phase 2, right? Because we already, from session 1, have gained the discipline of content creation, what we're looking for in session 2 is more emphasis on how we distribute that content, and that is heavy emphasis on cross promotion. We'll be, you know, refining that process as we go in session 2, and the use of our VAs. The people that are on this panel tonight, that are a part of this panel, we're going to be giving you an invitation to come into the use of the VA that we currently have. We're about to hire in another week, 2 weeks. We'll be hiring a second VA, right, for January. We're going to give you guys the opportunity to have use of the VA that we have. What's the advantage to you? That VA doesn't have to be trained, right? The VA that we have is already trained. They are already distributing our videos across 50+ Facebook groups. Each of those groups have 3,000+ eyeballs, 3,000+ members. Some have as many as 20,000, right? So we have that going with the VA that we have already. In addition to that, she edits our videos and puts the front end intro, back end outro. She uploads them to YouTube on our archive channel. You know, all of that stuff is done. The new VA has to be trained, and there'll be some, you know, there'll be some learning curve with her and those people that are a part of session 2 that decide that they want to have a VA. And so just something that you want to have in mind. But phase 2 of this is content distribution. And so we who are in session, you know, who are, you know, we're seasoned and we're coming into session 2, we're going to be focusing on the distribution of this content. So phase 3 is after distribution of the content is, or I should say in tandem with distribution of the content, the next sequence of that is how to capture the interest and turn that interest into leads. So a part of our focus, those of us who have already been through session 1, coming into this session 2, our focus is going to be distribution of the content and turning that content into, our video content, into leads. That's what we're hoping to, let me rephrase that, excuse me. That is what we are striving, we intend to have as a result in session 2. See how words are important? I don't even let myself get by. Do you understand? When the minute I hear my brain, I have to reprogram, right? That's how important words are. So anyway, phase 3 is scaling this whole thing up. Phase 2 is content distribution and leads, you know, collecting the interest. This last phase is scaling this whole process up, which means more VAs, and more VAs is part of phase 3, and distribution across global video channels, not just YouTube, but MetaCafe, Dailymotion, Vimeo, Vidler, and there are 25 premium global video distribution networks that we want our videos streamed across. We want our videos syndicated across. So that's the big picture. So when I tell you that this project is huge, I'm telling you it's huge. So things that you should be looking forward to in this project. Content creation is, you know, and increasing your productivity is certainly something that you'll want to look forward to from yourself. The other part is cross-promotion and the distribution of your videos via a VA, a virtual assistant, you know, by way of a virtual assistant. Something you should look forward to. And then as we go into session 3, you know, scaling this whole process up and turning our content, our leads, turning our content into a source of leads that we know is a strong source of leads, and moreover, turning our content into direct customer acquisition. I'm telling you that we have the means. What we're doing with video, these video infomercials, is the same thing that advertising, huge advertising agencies do. They create content, right? They develop advertising with that content, which brings them leads, which brings them customers. So we're looking for this process to result in a direct customer acquisition. Why? Because these people that are listening to our video messages are already highly targeted and they are already highly educated. There's not going to be any question in their minds as to what Empower Network is, what a global wealth network is, and Empower Network being an example of that. And I should say how to build their own global wealth network using Empower as the framework, as the vehicle, right? And create lifestyle freedom. Those topics, those ideas, those concepts, they will absolutely be educated on those by the end of this 10 weeks. So the result is, from this project, is a highly targeted, highly educated lead. And we want to turn that into someone that is a direct customer acquisition, you know, very, very similar to what AWOL is doing, but at less of a price point with only a fraction of the cost on our part. A fraction of the cost on our part. And when we can deliver to anyone in Empower Network a direct customer from our video advertising, do you know what that's going to mean? Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
But not only that, the other difference I think with AWOL, and I'm with AWOL and love AWOL, but the other difference is you're developing more leaders.
Right. No question. All right, so let me give you this. Let me run this down. In no specific order, but I'm going to give you these to you. These are from the top 10. The first one is, what will you do if dollars were no object? So write that down. What would you do if dollars were no object? And you want to put in the sidebar that that's A. That's the first video that you're going to be doing that week. And the second video would be cash flow really is the issue. That's the B part. That's the second video. I don't think that's on your list, but that's from my list. So the first video is going to be, what would you do if dollars were no object? What would your life be like if dollars weren't an object? If dollars were not the issue? And guess what B is? The B video is, hey, you know what? Cash flow really is the issue. That's having this life where you would be doing whatever it is that you'd be doing if dollars were not the issue. You know how you get there? You handle the cash flow. Handle the cash flow issue. That's how you get there. So cash flow really is the issue is the second video. Going down the list. The importance of the right mindset. That's your A video. That's on our list. Top 10 list. And the B video of that, again, the A video is the importance of the right mindset. The B video is the importance of clarity in your reason why. That also came from the list. But see, now you get to the psychology of how you pair these concepts together. They just can't be random videos. They have to result in a call to action. They have to educate and then result in a call to action. So the first one was the importance of the right mindset. Why is that important? And then the next one is the importance of clarity in your reason why. So we're going to take this mindset that you develop and we're going to turn that into a reason why that fuels your action. Next one, your comfort zone is your failure zone. That was one of the 10. So that's your A video. The next one is why a job cannot create lifestyle freedom. That's the B video. So the first idea that you throw out there to the person is that, hey, your comfort zone is your failure zone. You don't want to stay there. And the B video is why a job cannot create lifestyle freedom. So you're planting in their heads that the job that they're on, whatever it is, cannot create lifestyle freedom. And what is lifestyle freedom defined as? The ability to create cash flow on demand. And number 2 is mastery over your own time. That's the definition of lifestyle freedom. The ability for you to generate cash flow on demand and mastery over your own time. So your comfort zone is your failure zone, is the A video. The B video is why a job cannot create lifestyle freedom. Next. Why invest in yourself? That's the A video. Why invest in yourself? That's the question that you're asking in the A video. The B video is leverage and collaboration in global wealth networks. So in the first video, you're posing the question, why is it that you should be investing in yourself instead of investing in a job? Instead of pouring your time into this job over here, why you should be investing in yourself, right? And you got 30 seconds to 3 minutes to develop that idea. Plant that idea in their head. Then the next video that you do later on in the week is leverage and collaboration in global wealth networks. You're going to show them how a global wealth network, which is a collaboration of people from various countries, various nationalities, various backgrounds that have locked arms for 2 reasons and 2 reasons only: complete mastery over their finances and complete mastery over their time. That is what you want to be investing in. That is what you want to invest in. Why invest in yourself, right? And the B video is leverage and collaboration. Leverage and collaboration in global wealth networks. What is that? What is that all about? So you explain that. So here's the next video. Never ever give up on your dreams. That's the A video. Never ever give up on your dreams. That's the A video. The B video is, what are you willing to do for financial freedom? That's the B video. Are you seeing the psychology behind why these are paired together? Very important. Again, never ever give up on your dreams. The B video is, what are you willing to do for financial freedom? The A video, next video series set, is systems make online cash flow easy. That's the A video. Systems make online cash flow easy. That's the A video. Systems make online cash flow easy. The B video is, build your global wealth network. So in the A video, you're going to be talking about the 21st century and how online systems has enabled anyone to earn cash flow, makes cash flow easy for anyone, right? And in the B video, you're going to tell them how that's done by building a global wealth network. Everyone with me?
Yep.
Next video set. Oh my goodness, I'm giving you all 20, aren't I? I went past what I said I was going to do. Okay, anyway, you guys get it first. So do not share this in the group yet for a lot of reasons. I'll tell you why later. But these are not going to be posted until January 2nd in the group. And there's a lot of reasons behind that. We know from experience. January 2nd, these get posted, but you guys can start working on your video content now, right? The A video is, your attitude is everything. Your attitude is everything. The B video is, the new rich, wealth is a state of mind. So the A video, again, is, your attitude is everything. The B video is, the new rich, wealth is a state of mind. All right, next, number 8. Relationships and residual income is the A video. You're going to be explaining that. Relationships and residual income. That's the A video. You get 30 seconds to 3 minutes to share whatever your content is on relationships and residual income. The B video is global wealth networks and cash flow. So on the one hand, you're talking about relationships and residual income. And then in the next video, you're speaking about global wealth networks and cash flow. Everybody with me? Number 9.
With you.
Week 9. Why is your life story important? Week 9. The A video is, why is your life story important? And the B video is, make an impact on the world. So in A, you're sharing with them why their life experience is so very, very, very hugely important. And then in the B video later on that week, you're sharing with them how you use it, take your life story and make an impact on the world. It's powerful stuff. Murray, are you with me?
Yes. Now I am.
10th week, week 10. What are you known for? Dash, build your legacy now. I'll say it again. What are you known for? Hyphen, build your legacy now. That's the A video. Don't wait. What do you want to be known? What do you, if something happened right now, what would you be known for? What would you be known for? Build your legacy now, right? Every day, be working towards your legacy. And so the B video is design your best life, hyphen, create lifestyle freedom. Again, design your best life, dash, create lifestyle freedom.
Could I ask a question?
Yes, please.
How do you, in terms of the A and B videos, how do you mechanically or how do you connect these two? Can you just give a quick?
You're asking the how?
Well, not how, not electronically, but I mean, what's the concept between the A and the B?
Sure. We've got 2 videos that we deliver every week.
Yeah.
And so there's got to be an A and a B. Now, we were just fortunate in the 10 that were selected by the session, you know, by everybody had part in selecting the first 10. There were 10 that I had already selected. 10 topics that I had already selected weeks ago, actually during session 1. Right now I'm working on topics for session 3, right? But there were 10 topics that were already selected. We had to come up with 10 more. So what did we do? We had session 1 people develop a minimum of 3 topics each. So there was 30 topics. And then we put them out into the group so that session 2, everyone got a chance to select the topics that best resonated with them. So those were your choices. We were just fortunate that those 10 topics that were selected had some congruence. There was some congruence between the concepts in those topics. It was my job to artistically put that together, to put it all together. Are you with me, Murray?
Yeah, okay.
So let's just go down the line, and I'll let each one of you tell me what you see in the connection between the two, starting with Amber. First week 1, what do you get, Amber? And not only that, before Amber starts, not only is there congruence there, but there had to be a progression. See, there had to be a progression in the titles themselves from week 1 to week 10. Where are we starting with the ideas and the concepts? And then where do we want to end up by week 10? Are you with me?
Yep.
All right, so go ahead, Amber.
Well, for myself, even I could ask myself what I would do if money was no object, and I would travel more.
Right.
So
and what's keeping you from cash? What's keeping you from traveling more?
Right. So obviously it boils down to I need some more cash flow.
Right. Absolutely. All right. So Danielle.
Am I doing the next set or the same?
Number 2.
The importance of the right mindset and the importance of clarity and your reason why. Well, I believe that 90% of success, or at least 90% of success, is mindset. So, and then that leads to the second one, the importance of clarity. In order to have the right mindset, but not only have the right mindset and get to the right mindset, but to maintain the right mindset, you have to be clear on your outcome and on the reason you're doing it and on what that outcome will mean for you. Right. So that's how I connected the two.
Okay, I'll accept that.
Okay.
Dustin, I would say the opposite, but different strokes. As long as you can see a connection.
I'd like to hear what you.
No, I put it together the other way. That the importance of mindset and attitude, and your ability to decide, your ability to make a decision, to say I am going to do this versus this. I am going to take this step versus no step at all. I am going to perform this task and not these tasks. Your ability to decide, right, to me is foremost. So that's why A was the right mindset. And the right mindset deals with attitude and decision. See, if my attitude, my decision is firm, then it's easier for me to develop a reason why. It's easier for me to develop a reason why. If I develop, and it's either way. There's no wrong answer. You know, in my thinking, like you just said, if I develop a reason why, but I have a poor mindset, I won't take any action. The reason why might be powerful, but if I don't develop, you know, if I don't have the ability to decide, or my attitude is poor, then I will take no action. So that's why those two are locked together. Murray, you feeling me?
Yep.
Okay. Hey there, little guy. Dustin, it's your turn.
I think he dropped off.
Oh, that's right, it is. And I understand why. We're way past what we said we're going to be. I hope everyone is getting value. Please help me. Tell me.
Oh, it's a ton of value. Tons.
Okay. So, Jeremy, it's your turn.
I'm sorry, I just want to make sure comfort is your failure zone is where I'm at.
Right.
Yeah, you know, the funny thing about most people is they live their life right on the edge of their comfort zone, but standing on the safe side. All growth occurs when you step out of your comfort zone. So most people are living that fear of being on the edge of their comfort zone, but not getting any result because they're not actually growing because they are so... Thanks for adding that. They're terrified to step outside of that one edge. So, you know, imagine just standing on a skyscraper right at the edge and looking over it. You're terrified. Thanks, buddy. You're terrified, but you're not actually growing. And
okay,
so,
and how does that relate to B?
And then, so B is why a job. You know, so nobody's going to get rich working for someone else's dream.
But that's the comfort zone.
Exactly, that's the comfort zone. That's the idea of that security in a paycheck. You know. Benefits, all 401k, that illusion of I'm safe here. Mm-hmm. And even I'll step one side further. You guys remember I'm an acupuncturist. I'm a self-employed. All I do is I own my own job is what that means. And you know, I can't ever step away from it. It needs me. And so not even able to leverage. So we speak way outside of that. Okay, now I've got a little one that's going crazy. So it totally. You've got to learn how to own your time, create money on demand, you know, lifestyle freedom in order to achieve and really grow.
Mm-hmm. Karen?
Yes, first of all, I think my understanding of what Murray's question is, you know, the significance of A and B, and I think, and what you're saying is A and B could also be 1 and 2, as in we have 2 videos per week.
Yes.
Video 1 and video 2.
Right.
Or video A and video B.
Right.
And also what you're saying is these topics, you chose them in a manner where there's a natural progression of mindset. Mm-hmm. One topic introduces, a way of thinking, and the second topic, which is still fresh, within that week, is a natural progression,
right.
To create a mindset.
Earlier this week, I spoke to you about blah blah blah. Today, we're going to speak about
right. So it's kind of precept upon precept, mm-hmm. Building these concepts, and like you said earlier, teaching the language, mm-hmm. and you're doing that precept upon precept, and that's kind of what and you're orchestrating the categories of these videos to do that, mm-hmm. right?
Right. You got it in a nutshell. Murray. I'm sorry, Karen was sharing her what were your 2, Karen?
Yes, I mean, he was asking why A and B.
Okay, good. So, Murray, are we there now?
Oh yeah, that's it. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic.
so not necessarily that we need to go over every A and B,
Right.
but that's the point, that's the purpose of A and B,
Right.
that it's building exactly what our objectives are, and it's a natural progression, and A being the first video of the week, B being the second video.
Fantastic. You guys got it. Hey, listen, please forgive me for keeping you so long, but this is a special group, and I wanted to give you some attention for a lot of reasons. I'm investing this time in you because I see some things in you that I hope you see in yourselves, and you will show that you do see it in yourself by your delivery. We're going to meet again on January 5th, which is a Sunday, so write that down. It'll be the same time, 7 p.m., and that will be the last time that we'll meet privately prior to the launch of Session 2. So January 5th at 7 p.m., we'll do this again.
I do have one question.
Promise it won't be 2 hours, though.
I don't mind.
I don't mind either. I enjoy. This is wonderful. I'd rather be doing this than like watching TV or something.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Earlier we were talking. You asked us, what some of our expectations are, and a lot of our expectations are going to be met just by the nature of what the group is. But then again, we also talked about like some real hands-on stuff.
Yes.
And so what are the methods that we're going to be actually delivering some of the hands-on stuff, sort of?
Okay. Well, some of the hands-on things that you were speaking about were sales funnels, the back end, which is the use of autoresponders to warm yourself and your offering up to the customer, lead capture pages. Those were some of the hard, I guess you would call hard tools that were a part of your expectation set. And the best way that we can ensure that is by, again, leveraging collaboration. One of the things that we're going to be doing between now and in the first week, which is January 9th, is developing some new lead capture pages. And those lead capture pages are going to have Create Lifestyle Freedom as the theme. Why are we doing that? Because history has already shown us, especially with the big idea of Mastermind, that if you develop your own lead capture pages that are fresh, that are new, that speak to concepts that people haven't heard, then your receptivity goes through the roof. So I'm going to be calling on my tech guy, Dustin, and all of you. We're going to be using a tool, a lead capture tool, and a framework that is free. Your favorite four-letter word, right? And we'll be, between Dustin and I, will be developing a couple of tutorials as to how to use this tool to develop lead capture pages. So you guys will be able to learn the science and have some fun in developing your own lead capture pages. Now, let's talk about something that's even more important in my estimation, and that is your back end, your email autoresponders. There is no reason in the world, let me not even start that way, not a good way to start a sentence. What we are intending to do is to get every one of you that are in this group, right in this group, to collaborate by submitting a 10-page, or I should say a 10-letter lead capture campaign. You don't have to do them all at once. You can do one campaign letter at a time. What are we going to use in the campaign letters? We're going to use your video content, or our video content, as maybe a better way of saying it. What we want to do is do that now and use videos in each one of the email letters, preferably your videos, but you're welcome to use any of the videos that we've already developed from the Create Lifestyle Freedom Project Session 1. In this Session 2, every week we're going to be taking these videos and adding these videos to new lead capture, to new autoresponder campaign letters, so that by the end of the 10-week session, you should have 20 new campaign letters, each with your own video.
Excellent.
Does that work for you?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I hope that answered some of the hard and fast,
Yes,
some of the hard tech stuff. Okay, good. So with respect to time, I've burnt a lot of it. I told you an hour to reserve an hour. You were gracious to give me 2. But I think that we covered a lot of things that were important. I know we covered a lot of things that you couldn't. You gained a lot of insights from us that there's no way you could have gotten any other way.
Yeah. I have one quick question.
Sure.
Just because we're talking about lead capture, on our fan pages, on our personal fan pages, do you recommend? I'm using the 22. I think it's called 22 Social or 22S app.
Right.
And actually,
we love 22S. By the way.
I actually use some of your content from your fan page to put on mine for my apps or whatever.
Good for you.
And it's so professional and it works really well. And I've captured leads from that.
From my stuff.
My fan page. So is there something that we're gonna share with the group as far as the?
Absolutely. We highly encourage 22 Social. It is one of the most, wow, I can, yes I can. It is one of the most phenomenal applications for building stunning, I'm talking absolutely stunning sales funnels. Not just capture pages, but complete funnels where you take a person from one video to the next video to the next video to the next video. I mean, it is the epitome of the word funnel. And, they just look so good. And they're right on Facebook. Facebook is the riverbed of humanity with over 1 billion people showing up, every month. It is the riverbed of humanity. And what we want to do is use apps like 22 Social to put a tent, to pitch a tent right on the riverbank, so that we can capture as much traffic as we possibly can. I hope that's a good analogy. So we're going to be using 22 Social, recommending that highly for other people that are in this project to use. And the beauty of it is the way that it is, the way that the framework is for 22 Social. It's easy for you to duplicate and capture an entire funnel by somebody else that someone else is using. So, people don't even have to think through it. If somebody's got a great funnel, you say, man, let me just grab that and put my own name and videos really in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, we love 22 Social, and we'll be using that quite a bit.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah. So you guys have been wonderful. Karen, thank you so much.
I'm sorry, just one. You said that you were going to let us know why you didn't want us to share that in the group.
Share what in the group?
To share the videos sequences.
Not yet.
Okay.
I didn't say I wouldn't let you. Did I say I was going to let you know?
No, you said you were going to let us know why you didn't want us to share it.
Personal experience. You don't want to let too much out of, First of all, let me just give you this. You got 49 people that are gathered together, right? Some of whom, all of whom were invited. But, a lot of people, not a lot of people, there are some people that, number one, have their own agenda. Just face it, that's how life is, human dynamics. There's some people that have their own agenda, right? There's some people that are givers. There's some people that are takers, right? There are some people who are coming into this group, and they're just, how do I say? They are, hold on, I'm going to get the word, because words are important. They are static, What do I mean by static? Meaning that they're not obligated one way or the other. They just know that they were invited to a project. They're still under the haze of, well, this is a video challenge, kind of, sort of, but they have not invested enough time in the group. I can tell. How can I tell? Because I can tell by the amount of engagement that people have, right? They haven't spent enough time in the group to know what this whole project is about, why it's important, how it differs from other things that they've been in, other groups that they may be involved in. Some people are just, you know, they're involved in 30, 40, 50 groups aside from their team group. So what makes this group different, right? So for all of those reasons and more, it's better that we wait until after the first of the year and then put not only the titles of the videos, but their sequence, so that as soon as we've done that, people can begin to engage. They can begin to engage in an actual activity, right? It's not doing anyone any good aside from you guys. Why is it doing you guys good? Because I know that being in your shoes, see, we didn't have the luxury of being in the shoes that you're in. You have all of the benefits of us. We've already been 10 weeks in this. We know what to expect. We know about time constraints. We know about the challenges of developing a video around a concept, right? And we were building these videos as we went, by the way, right? Now it's completely orchestrated. It's totally different. The expectations that we have for you all are tenfold of what we had, tenfold, because we've already put so much time into framing it, structuring it, and the structure is sound. Wouldn't you agree? You guys are looking at this for the first time. This stuff is genius. Let me just say it. It's absolutely genius. And here's the thing. Guess what? Your face is going to be all over it. Your face. You are the ones that are going to be the new rising stars, the new online influencers. If you take advantage, that's why you have this content ahead of everyone else. Because I know you're going to take advantage. If I had this sitting right before week 1, or 2-3 weeks outside of week 1, like you all are, I would already be working on my videos. There would be no possibility of me getting flagged. Do you know how many people got flagged and they put themselves out of the project because they let their habits get in the way? And they didn't turn in their video on time. We only had 1 video a week to do. 1. And people let their habits get in the way. So if you see, and we're hoping, because we have invited everyone, handpicked everybody. But if you see someone dropping off, and we're hoping to have 90% retention, but if you see somebody dropping off, no, number 1, it's not because the project isn't structured well. You already know that. Number 2, it's not because of them not being well informed in advance and having like way more information at their fingertips than what we had in session 1. It's not because of that. It has everything to do with their assessing their priorities. And we're adults and we're humans. And different things come up from time to time as priority. We understand that. But if I were you, I would be doing my videos. I would at least be writing down notes on, hey, what do I want? How do I want to develop this video? I'd be doing that now, so that when I was close, like January 9th, the Thursday that we have the first hangout, which is actually the launch of this project, January 9th, that Thursday, our project runs from Thursday to Wednesday. Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern, all videos are due. You can't hand in one video. Got to hand in both. Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, every Wednesday. So January 15th, your first 2 videos are due. If I were you, right, I got the list already. Guess what? January 2nd, day after New Year's, I'd be writing out the concept. Okay, I want this video to be about this. I want my second video to be about this. And between January 2nd and January 9th, I'd have that done. I'd have it posted, because we're going to have a doc file where you post your videos just like you did with your casting videos. There's going to be a doc file that says week 1 and the 2 video titles. And you'll have the opportunity to post. And so you want to be way ahead of the curve and have between January 2nd and January 9th, have your first week's video already done. So you're a week ahead all the time. And you're working on other things like your back end. You're working on your autoresponders. You're working on lead capture pages. You're working on how am I going to distribute this video across more channels. You're working on stuff that we're working on. Session 2, the ones who are veterans, you're working on the same stuff that we're working on. Not trying to keep up with a video, right? That's for amateurs. That's for the amateurs. You are ahead of that curve. That's it. Rod, any comments, closing comments from you, Rod? I always defer to you.
Thanks, Mahdi. Hey, you guys just have fun at it. I hope you don't feel overwhelmed. You know, you guys are special. We selected you all. You're here. We believe in you. And we're just sharing some of the things that we've had, you know, so have fun at it. And I definitely take advantage of taking the time to do a little research, you know, Google some stuff up, read some books, take a look at some of the TED Talks videos or something on YouTube, you know, that can refer to your theme for that week. So the faster you get it done, the better it is. Plus, you get to move. Once you get it done, you get to think forward past that, you know.
That's
until you get it done, you can't think forward, so you're kind of stuck there, you know. So the sooner you get it done, the better off. And have fun at it, guys. Try and get outside the room. Get around some trees or a river. Or Key West is beautiful. See, there won't be no problem there, I'm sure, Amber.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be the challenge. The challenge is, you know, seeing how many of your videos you can do outside of your computer, right?
Yeah.
Not sitting in front of your computer, but in some other location, somewhere, right? Other thing is, you guys are now admins on the Facebook page, Create Lifestyle Freedom. Don't know if you know that, but if you go to that page now, every one of you, when you pull that page up, you're going to see analytics at the top of the page, which means that we have already loaded you in as admins. Now, there is a phase progression of us loading you in as content creators, and you'll see doc files on the Facebook group regarding your rotation into the slot of content creator. What is a content creator? A content creator is the actual page author. We're doing something very experimental, never been done before. Our intention is to have 50 page authors on a Facebook page. What is that going to do for our engagement? Send it through the roof. What is that going to do for our likes? Send it through the roof, because we're going to have 50 people adding content, not just commenting. See, anybody can comment on a Facebook page, but not only the page author can add text, videos, etc., etc. Only the text author can decide. If you as a visitor to anyone's Facebook page loaded up something in the way of an image or a video, it's up to the page author to decide whether that's going to be displayed on their page. You can load it in all day. You can post all day long, but whether it's going to be displayed depends on the page author. Well, we're in the process of making 50 people page authors, which is huge. So we'll be having another session on January 5th to speak more about the role of about your role as a content creator on the Facebook page and what that's going to do for your videos. So I can't give you too much. I don't want to overwhelm you. Like Rod says, we want you guys to have fun. And that's why we brought you near, we drew you near so that you could get all this inside information on the front end, and you can have fun, and you can have bigger expectation than someone who's just going through the process. Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's it for me, gang. Rod, you done? Anybody have anything last minute?
I'm done.
It's great.
Okay. All right. Fantastic.
Danielle,
Thank you so much.
You've got all the good questions.
Okay. Happy holidays, and we'll see you after the 25th. We'll talk to you guys after the 25th.
All right. Happy holidays, guys.
See you on the group page. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.